Good morning. Today I'm going to put in the steel around the prop shaft tunnel to protect the driver. But before I do that, I'm going to add in some tabs with drilled holes so that later on when I get my prop shaft, I can add in the prop shaft restraints that will prevent the prop shaft from flailing around if it fails. Let me show you. So I'm going to add the steel in this section here, and then I'm going to add some prop shaft restraints, probably somewhere here just after the gearbox and somewhere near the back as well. So let's start by making a triangular template of this prop shaft tunnel, in cardboard of course. So you can see I'm trying to get it to sit flush with the steel so it doesn't snag on the driver's clothing when it's being driven. So nice and flush like that. There we go, you can see the panel as it would be when installed in the car. Well, I've had another crack at trying to fit this, and yeah, I've got a really nice fitment now. That means that it'll be a really nice smooth side for the driver. Shouldn't snag on anything, and once this is welded in, this will provide a really nice layer of protection from the prop shaft as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and start tacking that in and welding it. Well, look at that. That's come out really, really nice. I'm not even going to have to grind it flat. And it's really going to add an extra level of safety for the driver and an extra level of stiffness inside the car. Brilliant. It's March the 11th today. I'm starting to get a little bit twitchy because the first race is on the 30th of April. And yeah, that means I've got about 6 weeks to get all this work done. The major bits that I need to do are make some bracketry so that the fuel tank is now mounted to the chassis, and obviously I've got to finish the front end as well. The front end is actually fairly well completed except for the framework, which is obviously quite a big piece of work to do. But we've done the uprights, the upper wishbones are complete, the lower wishbones are mostly complete. We do need one modification so that we can mount the suspension, but I'm going to do that when it's in situ and I can see everything. It may well be that I have to make a push rod style system, which is fine. It's going to be more work. I really don't want to do that if I can avoid it, but I'd need to see how it all fits in place before I make that decision. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel off back here so that we can connect some extra steel to the bottom of this bottom corner. I need to be careful to make sure it misses the exhaust system, because the exhaust system does pass through this part of the frame. So today my plan is to take this off, put a bottom frame piece here, put a top frame piece here, and try and put a diagonal in here as well. If I can finish that today, that would be a great result. And then after that, the big decision of where to cut this part of the frame and cut this part of the frame so that we take the front off and we can start building the rest of the car. I'm going to have to join the main front chassis rail around this corner, which means I'm going to have to take this panel off as well. It'll have to come off anyway because at some point I'll need to paint this frame. So this panel's going to come off. It also means I'm probably going to have to do another TIG braze. Not really something I'm looking forward to, but it's the only way to make this strong and make sure we don't contaminate this, or at least contaminate it as little as possible. I want to bring that frame as well, that chassis rail, in maybe just 5mm because the exhaust is going to be so close to here. I am going to add a spacer where the engine is just to bring that exhaust out a little bit, but I just want to give it a little bit more clearance here as well.
Sign up now and you get 20% off your membership. Kick off the new year right.
Well, you can see I've taken that corner back to bare metal, and I'm going to put a 1-inch tube somewhere around here. Just need to measure it up, but underneath and on this side it's nice clear metal, but I've got that brazed portion around there, so I don't think I can avoid it, so I might have to either add a bit of structure around it to support it or go for a full TIG braze on it. I really don't want to do a TIG braze because I know it will just spit at me and it might cause more damage in this corner, and it's quite a critical corner. So yeah, I might go for the build up around it option and put some bracing here or something instead of welding on here. You can see I've started to build the structure of this car, and I actually now think it's time to chop this front off. I'm going to chop it off just 2 inches in front of this bulkhead here to give me a bit of leeway when I come to actually build the rest of the frame. But I'm going to chop these legs off and chop the bottom off, and that should give me much more access and make it easier to actually weld this front bulkhead in here. It's the end of the day, and obviously the front rail has gone, and it's definitely taken away a lot of the character of the car that was there. So I feel a little bit guilty about it, but on the other hand, I'm really excited to see what comes of it. You can see I've already started to put in the framework and the extra stiffening measures, and we're going to continue with that tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to recognise how different it feels now we've made that extra cut and taken off that front rail. It's quite exciting actually, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it looks like after this weekend. Let's see how much we can get done and see if we can maybe think about putting this car back together in a couple of weeks. That should give us enough time to test it before we get on track. That's it.